So, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We discuss all things golfing and streetwear. And before we move forward with today's video, I just wanted to address that I know it's been a while since we've seen each other. I think it's going on like almost 20 days now since I last uploaded a YouTube video. It is the longest I've ever went without uploading a video. But if you guys have been around on the channel for a while, as all of you know, whenever the golf wing season ends, there's usually like a couple of weeks to like maybe even a month where there's just not a lot happening with golf. And in that time frame, I do kind of like to take a little bit of a break from the channel. And it's not to insinuate that I don't like making these videos. I definitely love what I do. It's just that I do have a lot of things that I'm trying to do in my personal life right now. I've been focusing really heavily recently on the next main tick drop, working on doing our first cut and sew piece. So I've been doing a lot of research into that and focusing on that. Also, as you all know, I'm in school and I have to work and balance social life and things like that. So I do like to take just kind of little mini breaks here and there to kind of just shift my focus back to other ventures that I want to do. But just like always, guys, whenever there's a video to be made or whenever golf is in season, I will be here. So I did just want to explain that to you guys a little bit. I'm not quitting YouTube or anything of that nature. And really what it was is so I can focus and give this new main tick drop the time and attention that it deserves. So I do apologize for that, but I do hope that you guys understand. Moving on from that, guys, there have been a couple people asking me if I'm going to the tour, and initially I was not going to go because I did get to see Tyler perform at Day in Vegas, but I did recently change my mind because me and a couple of my friends have never been to Washington, D.C., and it's fairly close to where I live. So we did decide to take a little 4-day vacation and drive up to D.C. to check out the concert. So if any of you guys are going to the D.C. concert on March 7th, I will be vlogging it. So if you guys are going there and you happen to see me, definitely stop by and say hi. I would love to talk to you guys. So I am going to the tour on March 7th, but I did just have a little bit of thoughts to share on all of the merch that we're getting for the upcoming tour. And typically I wouldn't share my thoughts on something like concert merch because I do like to focus more on the actual Golf Wing and Golf Lafleur brand itself, because I do understand that this is regular everyday concert merch, like just for fans, because there are a lot of people who are big fans of Tyler who don't really buy a lot of Golf Wing and Golf Lafleur, and there's a lot of fans of Tyler that are kind of just more or less casual fans, like my friends that are going with me, who just want to go to the concert and pick up like a t-shirt just to kind of have like a memory with the concert. They're not really concerned with like the fashion aspect or anything like that, but there have been a few changes and a couple of things that I did want to talk about. So before I talk about anything further, I did just want to talk about the range of products that we're getting with this tour. So I remember back when Tyler did a tour for Igor and Flower Boy, I remember the line of merch being like a lot more diverse in the type of designs and things that we were getting from the merch. So with this drop, I don't by any means think any of the pieces are, bad at all. There's just honestly not a lot of variety with the pieces. So like, for example, we only have one t-shirt on the tour this year, and it's the t-shirt that just has the little picture from the album cover on the front with the tour dates listed on the back. And just like I said, by no means is this a bad t-shirt, but I do understand that there's going to be a lot of people going to this tour who probably already own shirts that look like almost exactly like this. So whenever Call Me If You Get Lost came out, we had the merch drops of the t-shirts and stuff like that and all the bundles, and there were only 2 variations of shirts on the website available at the time. It was the stamp logo, and then they had this version of the t-shirt available as well. So there's going to be like a number of people going to the tour who like already have this like same exact t-shirt more or less. I mean, it might come in like a different colorway, and yes, I understand the tour dates on the back of the shirt, but more or less the designs are pretty much the exact same thing. So like I said, not that this is a bad t-shirt at all. I just would have liked to have seen a couple of different designs when it came to the shirts, because of course going to the tour stop, I do plan on getting my hands on something, and I was really hoping to get one of the t-shirts, which I might still do, but I was hoping that there would be some sort of different design as a part of the merch for the actual tour. And another thing I wanted to address is actually the price, and honestly not even with just the t-shirts, pretty much across the board we're seeing higher prices with these items. So t-shirts, as you all know, used to retail at $35, and then recently Golf updated their blanks and raised the price by $5, so Golf t-shirts now retail at $40 with the improved blanks. So I do think that price hike was worth it. However, these shirts are coming in at $45. Honestly, as you all know, when it comes to streetwear, $45 for a t-shirt is absolutely not unheard of, which I guess wouldn't be that bad, but it does seem, and of course I have not been to the tour yet, so these might be printed on the new and updated blanks because the hoodies are, but just from looking at pictures of the shirts, it does seem to me like they're coming in the regular blanks and not in the updated blanks, because the updated blanks have a really different fit, coming in at $45, which honestly really disappoints me personally, because like I said, this is tour merch. It's not even technically associated with Golf Wing. So I was really expecting and hoping that these t-shirts were gonna come in at like $30 or $35, because I'm almost positive that's what I paid for my Vegas exclusive tee. And I would definitely assume that these t-shirts are the same blanks that they use there. So I'm a little bit disappointed that the t-shirts are as expensive as they are. Another thing that we've seen a price hike in is the hoodies. So the hoodies are coming in at $100, which doesn't bother me as much because you can tell that these are the new and updated blanks for the hoodies. So I am like positive that the quality on the hoodies is going to be like outstanding. I just don't know if the quality of the t-shirts is really going to reflect that $45 price tag. I do really like the hoodies that they have offered here. Like I said, there's not a lot of variation with the design. It's just the star stamp logo. This is my favorite of the two designs. However, I do like them both. And I really love how they added the stars on the sleeve. I think that was a really nice touch, and they picked great colors to go along with the design, pretty much as they always do. And I've actually got my eye on the cream colorway of the hoodie for whenever I go to the tour, because like I said, I do want to get my hands on something, and I actually don't own a cream hoodie, and I've been wanting to get my hands on one for a while. And I've also wanted to try out the new golf hoodie blanks as well. So this would be a perfect opportunity to do that. So I do absolutely have my eye on that piece. I'm just not sure whether I'm going to pick it up or not, because there's another piece that I've got my eye on that I do think I'm going to end up picking up actually, and that is this new work jacket here. The work jacket is honestly not coming in at a bad price at all. It's only coming in at $120, which I know is a little bit more expensive, but in relation to a lot of these work style jackets that Golf has been releasing in the past, it is like $30 to $40 cheaper than a lot of the Golf work jackets. And as you all know, I'm not a huge fan of hoodies for the most part. It's just most of my style really gravitates towards a lot of like cut and sew pieces like jackets. And with this jacket only being like $20 more than the hoodie, I do think this is going to be the one I end up picking up. Like I said, I'm a little bit on the fence because I would like something that has the tour dates on it. So I'm not sure which piece I'm going to pick up, but it's more than likely going to be one of those two. And looking at this merch a little bit closer, it does seem we have some hats that have the Call Me If You Get Lost stamp on it as well, which I actually think are really nice. They went with this great cream and great brown color. I think both of those are a perfect base color for the colors that they included on the stamp. And it actually looks like we have a black colorway of that hat as well. And I'm honestly surprised that they didn't drop these hats sooner, because for every album we've had in the past, they did a range of hats to drop on the website with Flower Boy, Igor, Cherry Bomb. So it's nice to see them kind of keeping up with that tradition, and I do really like those hats. So I do really like those hats as well, and it looks like it's coming on the same blanks as the G hats. So once again, I could be wrong, but I would bet that the quality on those hats is going to be pretty nice as well. And talking about the G hats, that actually moves me into the next piece that we have at the concert. We have a range of G hats coming in a black, a brown, and a lavender colorway, which these three G hats have been going on tour with them pretty much everywhere. I remember they first dropped, I believe, at Lollapalooza, and they were available at Day in Vegas and pretty much all the other festivals that Tyler went to. And I think that's definitely a great range of G hats to go with. I think the purple is really unique. Of course, you guys know I love the brown, and black is another great one as well, because black, of course, can go with like absolutely anything. And I've talked about the G hats before. You know, I absolutely love those. I'm literally wearing one right now. So I'm more than likely going to pass on a G hat, but if I were to pick one up, it would definitely be the black one. And I do got to say, not that it matters, but I was hoping to see a couple of Golf Wing pieces on the tour. Once again, for pretty much every tour that they've done in the past, and even at the music festival events that they had, we're selling a range of Golf Wing products at the actual merch booth along with the Call Me If You Get Lost tour merch. And fairly often they do end up having something at the golf booth that I would want to get my hands on, whether it be like mystery bags or some sort of jacket that I passed up on that ended up selling out or something. I was kind of looking forward to maybe picking up a golf piece or two at the actual festival, but unfortunately it does not seem like they'll be selling any. However, we do have a couple of Golf Le Fleur pieces available for sale at the pop-up. The first, of course, is the Golf Le Fleur varsity jacket, which they've once again been selling as a festival and tour exclusive. So I am happy to see those there. I would absolutely love to get my hands on one. The only problem is these varsity jackets are coming in at $530, and I do really want to get my hands on another Golf Le Fleur piece. And as you all know, those pieces are like 400 plus, and I really want to save up and get that piece when and if it drops. I would absolutely love to get my hands on one of these jackets. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to do so, but I do really love those jackets. I just wish that they were a little bit cheaper. And another Golf Le Fleur piece that we have for sale is actually the bottles of French Waltz, and they're not actually selling the 200 or like 150 milliliter bottles of French Waltz. It's just a little like 10 millimeter, I believe it is, like $40 bottle, which makes perfect sense. There probably wouldn't be a ton of people going and buying like the big bottles of French Waltz Waltz at the concert. Small ones are like obviously much more affordable. They're much more portable. So while it would definitely be really, really cool for them to sell like the bigger bottles of French Waltz, I definitely understand why they decided to go with the smaller bottle. And then finishing out the merch, we just have a poster which has the alternative cover of Call Me If You Get Lost on it, which I do love. It was my favorite of the two covers. Thought about getting my hands on it. The only issue is the dimensions of it just wouldn't fit like anywhere in my room. I don't know how many you can actually see in the video, but I've got posters like all over my room. And I do actually already own a Call Me If You Get Lost poster, the one that came in the box set. And I have it above my mirror back here. I don't know if the camera's high enough for you to see it or not, but I do think it's really, really cool. And I'm assuming that this is going to be the cover that they're going to release the vinyl with. And being that the vinyl obviously isn't available for sale right now due to COVID and things like that, I think it's cool that they decided to opt with this poster. So a lot of people who prefer that cover can get their hands on this poster, since unfortunately the vinyl is not available for sale right now. But I'm pretty sure that's going to do for this video, guys. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on the tour merch. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? And also let me know if you guys are going on the Call Me If You Get Lost tour, and definitely let me know which dates. Once again, like I said, I'm going to the show in Washington, D.C. on March 7th. So if you guys end up seeing me there, definitely come by and say what's up. I think it'd be really, really cool to meet some of you guys. And once again, guys, I promise I'm not going to go on another like 20-day hiatus from making videos. I actually had some in the works prior to when this merch got announced, and I decided I wanted to share my thoughts on it a little bit. So you should be seeing some more videos here in the coming days. Once again, I do apologize for the break, but I hope that you guys understand. As always, if you like this kind of content and you would like to see more, definitely like this video and subscribe to the channel. I have a ton of golf and streetwear content coming moving forward. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. I'll see you in the next one.